Alright, so hi, I'm Morris Rosenthal for PhonerBooks.com, and we're looking at a flowchart from my book, The Laptop Repair Workbook, which is available, order through bookstores, through Amazon, and it's also available direct from my PhonerBooks.com website as an ebook. The idea with this book is to help you learn how to troubleshoot laptop problems, and this can save you a lot of money because some problems, frankly, aren't worth repairing, and other problems can be very easily repaired with inexpensive parts if you can figure out where the failure actually lies. With laptop displays, a new LCD from the factory generally is not worth buying. It'll cost you as much as a new laptop. So if you're looking at a $400 LCD replacement and you have a laptop that is 3 years old, it's almost incomprehensible that it would make sense to do that kind of repair. So the first thing that we look at is whether or not you have a live BIOS splash screen, whether or not something comes up on the LCD when you turn on the computer. If you do, it's not an LCD problem unless it's a very slow failure, like you've been running the laptop for a half an hour and then the LCD blinks out because of overheating. And it not blinks out all of a sudden like a light, but does some kind of funky fade. It's not really a common problem at all. LCDs generally are pass-fail. The kind of failures you get on LCDs are spreading blotches where the liquid is actually leaking inside the glass, or whole lines or whole columns that have failed. And that tells you that your LCD is bad. So the first check, assuming you don't get a live screen, is whether or not you get a live screen on an external display. If you plug an external LCD or an old CRT, an old computer monitor, into your laptop. And if you do get a live screen, that's a great sign because it means that your laptop is working normally and the video card in your laptop, it might be integrated on the motherboard, is working normally. If you don't get a live screen at this point, the odds are your laptop really isn't working. It could be that your laptop video card has a problem if there is a separate card, and it might be replaceable. And we have some text that deals with that, but that's not generally the commonplace. Normally, if you have a live external display, your problem is going to be with the backlight or the inverter. So we come down and it asks, do you see a dim sort of an image on your laptop screen? If you really look at it, take a flashlight, go in at it from an angle. And the reason is most people don't realize that laptop screens, LCDs in general, are really like an electronic color piece of film. And when I say a piece of film, it means they don't generate any light themselves. They need a film projector, just like in a movie theater, to make it a light and moving image. And laptops do this with a CCFL tube, a cold cathode fluorescent light, that's behind the LCD, and there's usually several of them in a large monitor, but one long one in a laptop. And if that tube fails, or if the piece of hardware that gives it the high voltage, which is called an inverter, fails, then you won't get an image on your laptop screen. The inverters are always replaceable and generally pretty inexpensive. The backlights, this fluorescent tube, sometimes is so tightly integrated with the LCD that you would have to replace the LCD to get it replaced. It doesn't mean you can't get it apart if you're a hack and maybe get a new tube in there, but oftentimes you'll end up with very uneven lighting if you do that, trying to do it in a non-factory environment. And the chart goes on from there. There's all sorts of other video problems you can have, of course, and we try to describe them, different color tintings you can get, different stains. And commonly, laptop display problems are just done by a connection problem. And if you redo the connections where the wires come through the hinge and go to the back of the LCD or the motherboard, you might fix it. So I'm Morris Rosenthal for Phoner Books, and I hope you stop by the website and check out our laptop troubleshooting material. And we also have several photograph illustrated guides on the website.